Hello everybody, this is Fronito Bobbin here, and welcome back to Train Drive ATS 2! So today is another special day because today is the day that we're going to be checking out the green train in Train Drive ATS 2. So if we go start this scenario, and then of course go all the way down to, we're going to start at 6:45 today. And of course, flight number 1. That's where we're going to be checking out the green train lines. So, I guess not much else to talk about without getting into the game. So, let's do this. Before we get started, be sure to check out my Fiverr gig. Link is in the description. Alright, so here we are at Perryland, which is of course the big amusement park here in Train ATS 2. And of course, I'm going to fast forward because everyone likes fast forward. Look at that. There's the Fairyland roller coaster, which of course I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen before, and of course a bit of chicane at the end there. Notice. Alrighty. So we're here along the branch line, which of course we've driven a few times in previous episodes. Because this is actually where the first line is located. Yeah. So about the green train in Train of ATS 2, there are actually two different lines in this game where the green train runs, along with the orange train or whatever. From Train of ATS 1 as well. I'm not sure what it is. Here it is. So there's, of course, that's the main Train of ATS 2 tracks. That's the, that's what you mainly drive in scenarios. And here is the goods. This is the line where the other trains run. And I believe even the station model, I think, is actually a direct rip from Train of ATS 1. In fact, it kind of looks like Watabashi. Yeah, it's kind of giving me Watabashi vibes. Well, here's a train here. Of course, that's the regular orange train. And there it is! There it is, the legendary green train. I was going to skip Breakfast Station, but there is the green train, everyone's favorite train. That's going to be the focus of today's episode as this train here leaves the station. So of course, this is just the station. There's the bit that you actually see when driving on the route. And of course, there are two, there's the train. Of course, there are two different lines, that are two different types of lines. So we have this way, which goes south, I believe. Yeah, this goes this direction here. And goes over this bridge. Looks pretty interesting. Although it's actually I wonder how many of these assets are just reused from Train of ATS 1. And then we come to floating in midair, of course, because this is just a scenery bit, and you're not gonna drive on this, at least not in the regular scenarios. Ooh, well, yeah. But anyway, and here is a siding where the trains just park for now and just wait till their service starts. Alright, and now we go the other way. There is the station once again. And more... Actually, even the station's in the middle there, I just realized. Oops, hang on. Yeah. Even part of the station just floats in midair, and if you actually look hard enough from the mainland, you can actually see the end of the world here. Oh, hello, green train? Yes! Green train will be commencing in a bit, but first we gotta take a look at the line itself. And then we come to this bit here, which is just kind of a siding with the trains. Yeah, just another siding. So there's really not much to this line here. It's just kind of, you know, I mean, obviously it's here for scenery purposes, but, yeah, that's the first of two different lines where the green train runs. Not much to say about this one, to be honest. So, I think now we're gonna head down south. Oops, I keep hitting the picture button for some reason. I meant to keep hitting the fast forward button, but there we go. Alright, so now we're going to fly down south to the other one. We looked at this one briefly in the flight mod episode, but now we're going to look at it more details. So let's fly down the line. And since we're heading in this direction, might as well just fly into it, and hopefully oh, there it is. Perfect, there's the green train. Alright, so there's a different line here. So let's go from north to south. So here is the southern end of this, or no, northern end of this line, I should say, where once again the green train can be seen with the other train. I don't know the name of. I'm sure you guys probably know what this train is called, this orange one. And yeah, these trains have particular names. I just call it green train or orange train. I just call them that because I don't actually know what the names of these trains are. As green train departs, hey, there's the pink train from the Train of ATS 2 main line. And once again, this line just runs through a bunch of stuff That's not really here. But then it goes into a tunnel. There's even a road here. And then it comes into this part here, where it runs adjacent to the main line for a little bit. And then I come to a station. This is Inatsu Sakayama, which strange his name, that sounds familiar. Next to a little bit of a mini town here that you can't really see from the actually you can kind of see it from the main route. So yeah. Here's a station, which again I think might be a reused asset from Train Drive ATS 1. And then it's a void of nothingness here. Just the track just floats in midair. There's nothing to see here. Just there's some signals and speed limits though. There's the basics, but as far as scenery, there's nothing. On to get to this portion here, which is where we get to this thing here. There's a road. Oops, I probably should have showed off in more detail. There's a bit of a road that runs adjacent to the main line, or not the main line, but this line, which once again runs adjacent to the Train Drive ATS 2 line. Of course, I just called the Train Drive ATS. Yeah, it's the main line. Runs to another station, which isn't too far from a Train Drive ATS 2 station, which is over here. This is Inatsu something. Ah, there's our Train Drive ATS 2 train. We've seen many times in this series already. So let's back over to the more interesting stuff. And it's on the station with the green train. Yes. I know the orange train runs here too. I just like the green train more because that's sort of like a bit of a novelty. And then the track just runs right through a patch of green and a bunch of other stuff that's going to be interesting to look at later. Through a mountain, but of course there's no proper tunnel here because this line is just here for scenery. Actually, hang on, there is one. Hold up. There is a tunnel on this end though. Huh. Okay, which does make some sense because this isn't. Oops. Yeah. Yep, there you go. There's the green train. And yeah, okay. Let's keep going. Some towns, a road, and everything. Hello there. To come to another station, which is doesn't seem to have a name actually. It's just a station that's here. Yeah, not much to the station. It's just kind of here. Look at this into the funny sounds of the trains when I move. Oops. Keep hitting the toe lock button of the Route 180 button. Yeah, I'm not sure what this station is. You guys might have to tell me here. Because this feels like this was just... Although, actually, I'm not sure. Is this a port from Train Drive ATS 1? Or is this a new asset just made just for this scenery line thing? Not sure. Alright, let's keep going north. I mean, north. Let's keep going south. And here's the most fun section, which where the two different lines or two different railways run adjacent to each other. So if you're driving on this line here, you might have a chance of seeing the green train up close. Yeah, actually, this might be my favorite part of the whole thing. This train that we just saw. And then the lines part way from each other one more time. Of course, we know what's on the main Train Drive ATS 2 line, but of course, the other line continues through here. Oh, the cannon even runs out. And there's some houses that are just floating in midair. And we come to the southern end of this line as there's another green train there. And of course, there's some weird siding stuff going on here. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's pretty much the lines in quick detail, I guess. I'm not sure. Maybe there's something else maybe should have analyzed a bit more slowly, but that's pretty much the gist of the tracks themselves. So, I guess now it's time to announce something a bit interesting. So, did you know that you can drive on this line? Yeah, I didn't know it either until recently, but this line here is drivable. I was going backwards for some reason. This is drivable. Yeah, you can actually drive on this. Did you know that? Well, you can actually do it. In fact, it's actually been possible for years. I just never knew about it until recently when Andre told me about it. Now, of course, this isn't drivable in any of the point scenarios that we did for the first, I think it was 13 episodes of this series. Yeah, no point scenarios here. But for this, we don't need points. In fact, we just need to play all the main scenarios, which of course we have done that. Okay, so now it's time for me to actually show you what I mean. Okay, so here we are back on the main menu. So here we got to, I think it's, yeah, start a new scenario. That's all the point scenarios which already completed, and then we scroll down, and then here is the FRE, which is basically the free mode. I don't know why I missed an E there. Of course, you can pick any time between 12:45 and 4:45. I'm gonna go with 6:45, as that's where we left off in the Flight Mode episode from last time. And now here's all the different services. So you have down and then up. So these are basically just all the services that just run in the entire world. Yeah, that means this is, of course, this is all the services that run on the main thingy route, the main line. However, there was also the services that run on the special line. So I noticed we have all these normal names of Murara Depot, Wagaba, Boga, Wayukikoa, and those are all the locations that we know of on the main line. But then there's NR and then some Japanese characters. So we have NRH along with NRA, which you may have noticed. So NRA and NRH. Those are the trains that run on the special scenery line thingamajig that we just checked out there. So we're going to be doing a couple of these. Starting with NRA service number 129, which runs on the line that we checked out to begin with, which runs over the branch line. So let's see if we can find it here. Okay, so I found what I was looking for. We're starting off as NRA 126, which is going to quickly turn into NRA 128, which is the service that we're going to be doing, as you will see shortly. Okay, so here we are in the driver's seat for the first time in this episode, and we're actually clear to go already. But there's the train here, the green train. We can actually drive through this thing if we want to, but we're gonna wait for it. So there it is, the green train. And we're actually driving the green train, as you're gonna see in just a second. We're gonna wait for this guy to pull out of the way, and now we're off. And here we are in the green train. Yep, actually, here it is. This is the green train. Yes. Okay, I can turn off better detail later. But we just changed tracks there, as you can see. And we're already approaching the station, which is actually called NR something. It's no official name here. Actually, it was gonna give us the warning. Oh, there it is. Also, horn. Yes. Got the Train of ATS 1 horn here. Another green train. Look at that. So here we are driving the green train. This is something that I didn't even know was possible until just recently. But here we are. Also, hey, no points on the line. So I can just stop wherever here, actually. Hang on. Okay, and there we are. Okay, I did use a bit of an emergency brake, but doesn't matter here because there's no points on the line. Okay, here it is. This is the green train. This train that we were driving, and this bit of super elevation here, I've noticed. Also, maybe notice this is the chase cam. There's actually the chase cam that's actually used over in Train of ATS 3. But for some reason, this camera is locked in this game until you actually complete all the scenarios. Not sure why, but okay. Let's keep going. Alright, and we're off. Once again. So one of the things that I should point out here while we're driving is that there are actually two different types of services that run on these sort of scenery lines. So there's there's a couple different services. There's the rapid service, which is the orange one, and then there's the special rapid service. And there is a difference between these two services. They have the rapid service, which stops at all of the stations, and then there's the special rapid service, which skips certain stations. Also, we're floating! Look at that! We've now officially gone beyond the world. And it's got the brakes. But look at this! We're actually driving on the scenic portions. There's not even any catenary. In fact, there's nothing here. There's not even a floor. We're just suspended in midair by nothing, by the force of. Well, yeah, we're being suspended by the force. Oh, let's get on the brakes. cool that we're in an environment where these points don't matter. Yeah. So my driving is terrible, and I'd probably be scoring no points here. However, the other cool thing about this this sort of free thing is that there are no points to score, so we can just drive as badly as we want, and it's not gonna matter. So here we're one of the line, and yes, we're gonna be driving back the other way. I guess we can fast forward a bit now, as we got a couple of seconds to wait till we do actually leave. But yeah, now it's time to head back up north. So there you go. Yes. Alright, any second we should be out to depart. Nope, we can go now. There we go. Alrighty, back up the line. Yeah, so I find that so interesting. So all the sounds on these Train Drive ATS 1 trains I just nicked straight from Train Drive ATS 1. Which is interesting. So we got two different trains with two different sounds. Well, we got two different, you know what I mean? Two trains. We got the Train Drive ATS 2 trains and the Train Drive ATS 1 trains, but both sound different. They even have different horns, which I think is pretty cool. We also go pretty fast here, 110 kilometers per hour. We could probably actually reach that speed if we didn't have to stop at this station here. And for running wide into Special Express, I just want to do the Rapid Express just so you would get a bit of an idea of what stopping at the stations is like. It's actually pretty much exactly the same as just regular Train Drive ATS, except of course there's no points system, so we can just drive as badly as we want, and it's not gonna matter. Okay, we have floating signs now. Things getting a little bit creepy. Yes, but this is the cool stuff of Train Drive ATS. This is this kind of stuff that we never saw back in the olden days, and took a while to see in this series. Yeah, this kind of stuff that you just can't do with the point scenarios. And really, that's sort of just the benefit of playing all the scenarios, which is something else I just never did back in the day, because I didn't even know how many scenarios there were, so I just gave up and bought Flame in the Light version. How times have changed. Looks like we're gonna be here for a little bit, though. Oh, there we go. No time trial for this station, so we just kind of just leave when the game tells me. There seems another green train. I think I like to go all green trains now on this line. I haven't seen any of the orange trains yet. But we're probably going to see those on the other line, which we're going to be driving right after this. Hello, green train. But yeah, this is cool. Something that I didn't even know was possible. But here we are. Driving my favorite green train, which I referenced so many times back in the day, and so many times in even this new series. Alright, so one more stop. And then we're off to the thingy. Okay, that wasn't very good, but I think that... Okay, nope, that'll do. Okay, so because it's actually in the free mode, there's actually a an endless service, like it never stops. So yeah, here you guys have to hit the menu button and go back. All right, I'll be with you with the next service in just a second. Okay, so the service that we'll be doing this time is NRH 131, which I believe is gonna change it to NRH 132. So let's do this. Okay, I think this one's gonna start right away, actually. So we're actually gonna see the Train Drive ATS 2 trains from here. Is there in a tunnel that is not covered from this side? And of course, here it is, the green train, which we'll be driving once again, and there's a orange train. And we're allowed to go. Alright. So once again, we'll be going from north to south and back up north. Alrighty, so now we're on the much longer line, the one which is in the south. This is actually the line that I always liked coming to. in the episodes where we drove all the you know what I mean. So we start here. Once again, we're up in the air with some mountains and things, and about to go through a tunnel. And I might reach 110 here. And there it is. That's the Train Drive ATS 2 line. Along with that green stuff there, which I... Oh, hang on. We're already coming to the... Oh. Okay, 110. Right as we're about to approach our first stop of the day. Or first stop of the service, I mean. And here we are at... Yeah, these stations don't even seem to have a name. They just NR and then some Japanese characters I don't understand. I wonder if Andre can read those out to me. Because most of the... Well, no, all of the stations that you drive on the normal line, the Train Drive ATS 2 line, I guess, those, of course, are all written down in English characters. So you don't have to be a Japanese, Japanese speaker to actually, read what those station names say. This one, though, it's just NR and then some Japanese characters. So, yeah. I assume those are numbers or maybe some code word or something. I got no idea. If there are any Japanese speakers watching this video, probably Andre, please tell me. I'll have to tell Andre to watch this video once it's uploaded. Alright, so now we're into the void where there's just nothing. 2 kilometers to the next station, so we should be able to reach the speed limit here. Yes. And we're currently, yeah. So of course, if we're on the Train Drive ATS 1 line, there'd be loads of streaming, but then again, this, yeah, or no, if we're on the Train Drive ATS 2 line, then yeah. I'm gonna call it Train Drive ATS 2 line, Train Drive ATS 1 line. I don't really know what to call these, to be honest. So I just, yeah. So yeah, of course, we're on the line that's just scenery, so no scenery at all. We're basically a scenery object, pretty much. That it is drivable. Oh, speed's going down to 85. Oh, 75. What the heck? Okay. No, okay. Speed's going down to 75. Alright. Well, so we're reaching 110. Speed's going down here. Yes, we even have speed limits on a line that's just for scenery. Yeah, so we're going all the way down to 60s. Going even more slowly. Ah, there's a sharp corner. Okay, that explains 60. And there's the road. Oops. Yes. And up there, of course, the Train Drive ATS 2 line. Let's see if we might even be able to see a Train Drive ATS 2 train, maybe. Speed let's go back up to 80. But yeah, isn't it fascinating though that the green train is actually drivable? Now I believe this is only in the no, I think it is actually just only in the full version of Train Drive ATS. You can't do this in the light version. And even here in this full version of Train Drive ATS 2, you have to play through all the point scenarios, as I showed off in the first 13 episodes of the series. So actually, if you want to learn how to drive this train here in Train Drive ATS 2, you gotta watch. Well, you don't have to watch those episodes first, but you have to play through all the point scenarios first. So it's actually pretty straightforward. What is that grass texture doing? It's now it's playing with my vision. Now I can't. Oh no, we're gonna. Never mind, we're good. Yeah, and we're about to drive through grass and through a patch of mountain. That's something I never thought I would say in a Train Drive ATS video, but here we are. Oh, this is something else. Alright. Through more grass. Speed limit's back up to 110 as well, so might be able to reach the speed limit this time. Once again, there's the void. And we're about to drive through a mountain. Yes. Nope, actually not a mountain just yet. Now we're driving through grass. And there's a tree, and now we're beneath the mountain. Alright. Okay, let's get under 10 this time. Speed. I tell you what, this might be the most surreal Train of ATS video I've ever made. And there's the orange train. Oops, speed limit, there we go. $110. We got stuff already. Okay, 110, and now let's go on the brakes. We're gonna stop in time? Uh-oh. Yeah, we're gonna stop in time. Here's this station. It's just NR and some other Japanese characters. And now we're actually on the line that runs adjacent to the Train of ATS 2 track. So, hey, we're going to see some Train of ATS 2 trains in this video, which is a bit uncommon, which is a bit weird. Yeah, because this is a... Yeah, I swear, this is Train of ATS 2. This isn't just some other unknown Train of ATS game. Or is it? Yeah, maybe we could consider it, though. This is like that part of Train of ATS 2 that nobody talks about. Except me, because I actually really like looking at these kind of things. Okay, let's see if we can see a Train of ATS 2 train up close. We're just gonna get a chance to see it twice today. So we'll actually be doing this in the reverse direction as well. Alright, it's now 2.2 kilometers. I believe that's to the, that's the other end of the line, pretty much. Yeah, that's where we change direction and go back the other way. There's level crossing. I think we're gonna see this train. There it is. Oh, gotta wait for it to get a bit closer. It seems to be going slowly. I think it's just a part of the station. And there is a Train of ATS 2 train. Isn't that surreal? We're now seeing the train from the other perspective. Yeah, usually we're on that main line trying to look for the green train, but today it's the other way around. Ooh. Yes. And there's another one. The same type of train, but there you go. And now we part ways. So I'm driving through some building stuff and another orange train. And I gotta get on the brakes. Floating houses. Pretty sharp corner access. We're now entering the park, and there's the southern end of the main line. That's Inagi Chuo. Yeah, there's a station from the other perspective. The southern end of the main Train of ATS 2 route, and also the southern end of this line. Okay, I guess I need to slow down that much. There's another green train. Yes. And I'm going to set it to 0, because of course it's the end of the line. Oh, we got to slow down. Oh. Yep, thank goodness we got no points, because I'm definitely using the emergency brake a lot in this episode. Oh, the joy of not having to worry about points. And here we are at the south end. Getting ready to go back north. Okay, we're on another service, and we got a few minutes to wait here. Guess we can look around for a little bit. And there's the other green train, now leaving and heading back down south. Let's do some more. Whoops. Okay, yeah, this chase cam is so weird. I don't really understand it. But here is our train, of course, the green train, up close and personal. Look at, oops, I'm doing, this camera's so weird. Green train, up close and personal. We are back in business, looking at the legendary green train here in Train of ATS 2. Look at it. Yes. Oh, hello there. There's another train. I think that's the standard, I say standard, that's the, yes. And let's see if we can get down here. Yes, we can. Now we're back in Train of ATS 2. Normal Train of ATS 2 territory. Look at this. Yeah, we've been here a lot of times. in the episodes. And now we're back. Oh. Yeah, well, here it is. I guess what you can call the background crew. Two trains, which you can't drive in any of the point scenarios, and in fact, you're actually not supposed to drive them at all. But you can drive them here in this free service mode. Yeah, I think it's cool though. I like it. I like the way we can do this. All right, pretty soon, and actually right now, here we go, heading back down south. Oh, there's another train that's just arrived. Don't worry, train, we're about to get out of your way here. And then, of course, the other station down south. Oh, there's a train leaving. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Isn't that just the coolest thing ever? So how many of you guys have actually done this already? I actually played through all the scenarios here in Train Drive ATS 2 and then decided to do some free mode runs here on these background lines. Is this something that you always knew was in this game, or is it something that you just discovered through this video? The funny thing is, I didn't even know that this was even a feature here in Train Drive ATS until, of course, like I said, until Andrew told me about it. But before that, I don't know. Yeah. I thought it was just play through all the point scenarios and then flame mode, and that's it. But no, there's more to do. And this is actually a feature that's actually been in Train Drive ATS 1 forever, actually. I just never knew about it. But thankfully, this newfound knowledge has allowed me to make some pretty cool videos. As here we are back next to the Train Drive ATS 2 line once again. 110, yes. And I gotta stop. Yes. I tell you what, if you haven't done this yet, driving trains on this sort of like this background line, definitely do it as soon as you can if you haven't already. And if you have actually done this already, let me know your experiences. Personally, I just think it's cool, you know. Oh, there's a dang it, we can barely see it from this view. Actually, hang on a minute, I could get to the thingy view. Hang on, I want to see this train. Brah. There we go. I was just about to run to the camera. Am I supposed to be leaving here? Don't worry, I'm moving. As you can see from this backwards camera. Oh, not anymore. Alright, back on our own journey. You know, I actually think it's pretty cool though that they added this sort of like this background line here in Train Drive ATS 2. There's only really one line like this over in Train Drive ATS 1. And that's like a really short line that runs by the main station, which I didn't even know was in this game as we're driving through the road. Oh, which I didn't even know was over in Train Drive ATS 1. Until just playing it. Hey, Train Drive ATS 2 train! Yay! We will of course see that in greater detail once we eventually unlock flight mode in Train Drive ATS 1, but of course that's for the future. And I don't think there's even a line like this in Train Drive ATS 3. I think Train Drive ATS 3 is just one main route with some other... I still don't understand that Train Drive ATS 3 route. And yeah, it's gonna be well until we unlock flight mode on that as well. As we're going through the green stuff again. Get a green train, we're driving through some green stuff. Let's actually stop. Oh boy, I'm not sure if we're gonna stop in time. Oh yeah, we are, okay. That's what you call expert driving. And here we come once again to the stopping marker, to the station. And here we are. The station here. I think there's one more before, yeah. Oh, and there's my chase camping, all weird stuff. Okay, so it's triple tap to get back to the train. I see. And we're off. Oops. Just trying to get back around and see this train. Yep. There we go. Yeah, so this chase cam, like I said, it's so it's available from the start over in Train Drive ATS 3, but here in Train Drive ATS 2, you have to play through all the points and then you unlock this chase cam. I think that's pretty weird, and I don't know why this of all features is like another thing at first. Yeah, I kind of glad over in Train Drive ATS 3 there's like a feature that's available right from the beginning. Not sure why it has to be an unlockable feature in Train Drive ATS 2. It's just a bit weird, but sauce. Alrighty, well, nearly there. We've pretty much seen just about every inch of the two green train lines. How about that? Took me a long time to finally do this video, but here it is. And here we are, I believe the last station before we go off into the depths of sausages. Okay, you're gonna slow down in time? I was close though. And of course one more green train for good measure. Yes. And like I said, there's no time trial, well there's no points there either, so there's not much point like trying to rush you around and potentially make some mistakes, because doesn't matter how many mistakes you make in this mode. Alright, one more run up to the end. And there's the mention of ATS 2 line. Sadly, no Train Drive ATS 2 train's going by at the moment. Oh well. And there's a row that just goes into nothing. Obviously, this is the big mountain or of sorts. Of course, the main line goes through actual tunnel, whereas this, of course, goes through a tunnel and then nothing. Some floating trees there. And here we are back at the north end. Spino's not going down. Oh, it's about to get interesting. Look at that. Speed! Alright, on the brakes. So don't fly off the end of the track. Actually, I'm not sure if that's possible. I think the ATS system would just stop your train for you. Or does it? Actually, hang on a minute. This doesn't matter. Let's try and see what happens. Nope. Okay, the game just stops the tracks. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that's it then. We have seen the greenness in Train of ATS 3. I mean, Train of ATS 2. And that's pretty much it. As my voice cracks. Yeah, so that's one more look at the green train as we come to the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.